Hi everyone, just a brief message as you're finishing Unit 2 and getting ready for spring break. So we are at the halfway point of the semester and you will have finished 2 units prior to having spring break. Right now you're in Unit 2 and I've had a couple questions, so I just want to review with you some important items. One is the checkpoint. You can build on your last checkpoint. You can turn something new in. Make sure if you're having issues that you ask questions so I can help you find information that you need. The information in these charts for your checkpoint, those charts are designed to help you not write, but create your final project. The other item is I've had some questions about Reflection O2. So I just want to go over it. I'm going to open a document that I actually filled some things in. So this reflection is harder than the first reflection because it asks you to look at your discussion board and all the materials you've been reading or watching and start to look at some similarities and differences for your discussion board group. So there are 8 boxes here. As you can see, I've only filled in 5, and maybe you will only fill in 5. I would think the minimum you would fill in is 5, and I would think no one would have all 8 of these boxes filled in. And it's all based on what is in your discussion board. So let's say here for social context, you couldn't find a lot of similarities related to prevention, but you did see that one of the differences, the contraceptives did not really address prevention because there is really no prevention to contraceptives. They are the prevention. But down here, maybe for treatments, you might say, well, several people mentioned racism. And you would tell which of those topics discussed racism and maybe put in a sentence about what did they say about how racism prevented treatments from occurring. And then here, maybe a difference is one topic that didn't discuss treatments in social context was abortion, and they didn't really talk about treatment because there is no treatment for abortion. Abortion is a service that's provided for unwanted pregnancies. Okay. So then access, I think, is easier to discuss. So let's say in access, several people talked about transportation and how transportation can inhibit access to preventative services. And you would list the topics that discuss transportation and what they had in common. Access to treatments, abortion and contraceptives talked about, I'm going to move this one to up here. No, I'm going to leave it. So, abortion and contraceptives talked about how certain populations have more difficult time getting treatment. Um, they have more difficult time getting abortions and getting to contraceptives because of policies that are put into place. I was going to put that up in social context and it could go there, but it doesn't have to. So hopefully looking at this example will help you complete this chart. Again, you're going into your discussion board and you're looking for similarities and differences that are in your board related to the 2 social determinants of health, of social context and access. And we're looking at preventions and treatments, realizing that you're definitely not going to have 8 boxes filled. Hopefully you'll have 5 or 6. Okay, so that's that. The other thing I want to remind you about is in Unit 4. We're getting close to the end of the semester. The second half of the semester tends to go much faster. I think people feel like that. So in Unit 3, I want you to notice that we go all the way through 3 weeks of April. And it's set up the same way. The topics that you're going to cover are education, economic stability, and neighborhood or environment. And you'll have postings and reflections, just like you did this one. And then in Unit 4, which is the last several weeks of the semester, you have approximately 1 week to work on your projects with no other assignments. You can finish your projects. And then you'll spend about 2 weeks watching each other's projects, reviewing them, reading them. The projects are all different in each of your groups, and you'll be scoring your own project and everyone else's project. And so that's in Unit 4. And as you can see, this is in Unit 4. You cannot see everything I can see because some things are not released yet. Like you will not see that yet, the extra credit. But here is a video that goes into more specific description of the projects, what you might find helpful, things to avoid, things to try to accomplish. And again, I'll talk about this more after spring break. So hopefully we've reviewed the reflection for Unit 2, talked a little bit about what's coming up, and I hope you have a wonderful spring break. I am around. I will not be in office hours Monday night, but I am around all week. So if you need anything or have any questions, please make sure you send me an email, and we'll either chat by email or we'll chat virtually. Again, see you everybody. Have a great break.